Peace, what's going on, y'all? It's your man, SoulMan IT. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today, I got a vlog episode for you. It's been like 3 months-ish since I put a video up on here. I do apologize for the wait, but just giving y'all a little bit of a window into what's been going on this side of the screen. Last video I put out was my 2024 highlights and 2025 goals video. Some of those goals were on the path to accomplishing, like becoming a YouTube partner for the first time on my Pubnanigans channel. Check that out if you're a battle royale head or like to watch me playing video games, and in particular like competitive shooters. The dope thing about that channel is that is the channel that showed me that a lot of what I've been studying marketing wise for the past, who even knows how long, since 2013, I was right on a lot of different things, and that the knowledge that I acquired was right, therefore. And ultimately that it's paid off, where I'll be able to start getting some type of a side income. And if that grows into something bigger than that, then, you know, Allah is praised. If it doesn't, still Allah be praised. Where I've gotten to in this whole journey and process has been challenging yet amazing. So we're 30 subs away from being able to reach that goal. Might reach it by the end of this month of March. So really looking forward to that. Some goals we've had to either chop completely or just change course based on how 2025 has been going so far. And ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of change, a little bit of chopping. Sometimes that's what you got to do, but you keep on moving forward. That's what this video is about, going through changes while being on the move or moving forward, right? So that's what this video here is about. This vlog here is about me documenting the journey of just what's been happening, going behind the scenes. Last Friday, I was at the studio in Homewood, Pittsburgh, PA, the Homewood neighborhood, at the Lighthouse Project at the YMCA in Homewood, preparing for this week's scheduled studio session, in which I will be doing the video along with my man E, doing the audio. Will be in the stew with a client who is doing a audiobook. So that'll be pretty cool to do. So it's just the behind the scenes of me just setting the studio up, the space that we're in. So basically when the client gets there, we can just, you know, essentially hit the on button and do minimal work, and we can just hit the ground running when we get there, maximize on their time and our time. The next part of the vlog is next day, Saturday, going downtown Pittsburgh to the Cultural Trust Building and meeting with my fellow BTAN colleagues, Black Transformative Arts Network BTAN. And us just talking about and building about the current residency that we're doing right now. I've been taking on newer opportunities now as far as education, teaching music and hip hop. And it's kind of pushing me into the direction of probably having my own program at some point, especially one that deals with digital, multimedia, music, and foundational literacy. Because right now we are currently going through an education crisis. 14 schools will be closing here in PA, or they're on the chopping block to be closed. Last year they said 16. This year they're saying 14. There'll be a couple schools that open up. I believe a trade school or a sci-tech school, and then 2 other schools in the wake of these 14 schools closing. And then there are summer programs that will not be happening this year either, because the STEM levels, STEAM levels, literacy levels are not there. So sometimes you need these kind of praxis meetings like we just had past Saturday to show you that you're not alone in this fight, that there are others who care about the things that we need to care about, because our youth is at risk still to this day. And some of y'all who are watching used to be those same kind of youth. So it is enriching to be around others who care about the problem just like you care about the problem. The next part of the video is a little bit of behind the scenes when it was just me in the classroom at the school site that I'm working at in Homewood. Basically me just working on a beat. I try to get it from the point of view of like probably how the students are seeing me. But yeah, working at the desk, having the big old screen there, and then we have the whiteboard. Basically, I'm teaching beat making, trying to sprinkle some songwriting in there. I only have each class. I teach 2 classes per day there, where I'm trying to maximize as much as I can in the 45 minute window that we have for each class. And then to end off the vlog, just talking about, I guess, a little bit of a health update, but more so taking care of yourself for real, because it's only you that's going to take care of yourself. If you're fortunate and blessed to have someone or others help you with that, you know, amen, I mean, to you. But that's not a norm for a lot of folks. So you have to take care of yourself. You only got one body. So be as mindful and as great as you can be with that. We all got work to do with that. So this isn't this isn't to shame you or make you feel any bad or worse than you probably already feel. So yeah, little self-check-in towards the end of the vlog with some final comments about just the gist of going through changes and being on the move. I thank y'all for watching. I thank y'all for your patience. And without further ado, let's get to the video. All right, y'all. Peace. All right, y'all, what's good? We are back in the place to be, one of the places to be, but the place to be right now, kind of just messed that up. Anyway, we're here at the YMCA in Homewood, Brushton, Lighthouse Project Studio. This is where I do engineering at. Today I had to come in and set up the video setup. We have a client for next week that's doing a audiobook voiceover. So we're going to have a video component to that as well as the audio components of that. Now, right now, everything's turned off. I just basically finished what I was doing. Makes it easier to do the video for this because you already know what you did instead of like trying to do it as you go. Little BTS on that. Anyway, so yeah, just came in today to basically do some light arrangement and some tidying up for the set for next week. Make sure the cameras are in the position for the best shot. We have 2 cameras set up, hooked up to the Canon controller and an A10 Mini Extreme ISO to basically get all that good old video science down to an art. Mainly to get the good shots, get some good tight shots, get the close-up as well as the front-facing camera. Was testing out the audio, had FL Studio playing in the background, which was cool. Haven't messed with FL Studio in this studio in quite some time, so that was pretty dope. Make sure the lighting was set up too. So basically we wanted to get this set up so when the client comes in, we're all ready to go for the session next week. On that note, I'm going to take my happy behind home, my tired happy behind home, hit the busway right quick, get home so I can break my fast and get some rest, probably do some stuff at the crib in my own home studio to get ready for tomorrow's Praxis powwow meetup with B10, Black Transformative Arts Network. Shout out to them and the Cultural Trust downtown. We are coming together like the Avengers and the Justice League to take on the education system challenges and all of that good stuff. More on that later. You'll see it later on. But yeah, I'm going home, so I'll see y'all in a bit.
All right, so we made it back to East Liberty here in Pittsburgh. I still got some time left to hit up the Goodwill, so I'm gonna hit up the Goodwill before I make it back home and break my fast for Ramadan. See if they got any cool electronics or like DVDs or movies or anything like that. Sometimes they have some cool vinyl records there too, but just some cool stuff. It's part of my daily getting around or weekly getting around. And with this gimpy ass leg of mine, need to work it out. You don't use it, you lose it, right? So see what the Goodwill got. So didn't come up with anything today to get from the Goodwill. We'll try again tomorrow or another day. But I'm gonna head home. I am hungry. There are some spots over here to eat at, but I think tonight's breaking of the fast calls for good old-fashioned popcorn, shrimp, and French fries from Bentos, right? Just shop local. So that's where I'm heading now to get some food. And it's snowing now too, so we definitely gotta get ourselves there so we can get home, we get warm, get cozy, all that good stuff. All right. So ordering my food now, waiting on that, and then can get back home.
So this is that part in the video that's a reminder to take care of yourself. For almost a full year now, I've been having to use knee pads, right? In the summer of 2023, we had to teach up at UPrep here in Pittsburgh, which is on the hill. And it's not the easiest getting there from where I live. You got basically connect with the busway or take a bus that gets you to part of the hill, and then you still got to walk up a decent hill. I call it Mount Son of a Gun. I wasn't calling it Mount Son of a Gun then. I was calling it Mount Son of a something else. Nevertheless, we still have to walk up it to get to class to teach. In addition, later on towards the fall time, my ex had to get surgery. She had 39 fibroids removed from her area, and that was not a pleasant recovery for her. That was a hard recovery, and it was a mixture of basically going back and forth to teach class, going to her house to get whatever she needed, be brought back to the hospital, or just check on her kids, her sons, or to get back to here to the house, my house. All that happening while no lights and no gas at that time. So alhamdulillah, we have utilities back and have been back and have not been off since then. That was not easy to do. So yeah, following year, around March, April time, I had to start wearing, I started out wearing this one, along with another one that would wrap around. This one used to wrap around my left leg, which is the problem knee. Just got this one recently. It's got these little pads on the inside of it that add for some pretty nice cushioning. So why am I saying this? Well, one, take care of yourself, because in the time that we live on Earth, as much as you might see online or even in real world, people don't really care if you're hurting. It's evident when you look at those who are in worse situations. Like out here in Pittsburgh, it's nothing but hills and crazy terrains that we have to traverse, usually by foot. And if there is a bus line to get to it, because they cut some of the bus lines. So those who are older than us have it worse. Those who don't have transportation have it worse. Those who are both old and don't have transportation have it worse. There are those who have had to get their limbs cut, right? Like, there's no easy way to get around this. Like, if you can take care of yourself, take care of yourself. And I know we usually put the cape on and we're like, I got to do this, I got to save this. But one thing I learned is that when people are used to you being the superhero and coming to save them and all of that, even when you get sick, even when you're down with bad limbs and things like that, they still expect for you to come and save them. You don't ever get that back, because it's a real thing. People are struggling, and one thing I've learned from watching the elders and then being the young kid that came up around a bunch of elders, they don't tell you what's wrong. They don't tell you when they're not feeling well. My dad let us know that we needed to come out there and see him before he passed away in 2017. We didn't know he was going to go that weekend. Like, on some Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther type stuff. Like, you get the news when you get the news, but cats know, like, I'll let those who are closest know what's happening. But even then, you're still not going to let folks know, because you know that they don't care. Right now, people got short attention spans. Then we got things that block our common sense and judgment. You cannot talk to someone for a grip, and you know that there's certain folks you can do that with, and then when y'all call each other or talk, you pick right back up, right? And then there's other folks that you do that with, and you know you might owe them an apology because of their experience. So like, now there's folks who just freeze whenever that happens. I got a couple homies that do that. That's why I'm speaking to that, where it's like, they'll they shut down in a way where it's they're expecting the worst to happen or to come from this, because there's folks that we'll allow in our life that if you don't call them every 5 seconds, they just flip shits, and it's not right. It's very toxic. It's very narcissistic and clingy to do that, to expect that as soon as you call someone, they're supposed to pick up. I can't even say it's that instant gratification stuff, right? But yeah, bottom line, before I keep going on this health tangent and kick, take care of yourself, yo. Look after those you can look after. Take care of the responsibilities you gotta take care of. When someone's telling you that they hurting, listen. If someone's hurting and they're not getting help, help them to see help. So yeah, make sure you take care of yourself, or you're gonna end up with this kind of stuff at an age where everybody looking at you like you crazy. Yeah. So yeah, I will end it on that note there. Just wanted to give a little talking. I'm trying to keep these videos a bit shorter because they are vlog style, but I try to change it up in terms of, instead of it just being me sitting in front of that camera, usually now it's me using my phone camera. I want to try something different. Let me know what you think about making changes in your life or going through changes in your life while still being on the move, right? Basically, you feel like you don't ever get a chance to just sit down and absorb the changes. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. And on that note, I hope y'all are having a good week, good month. For those of you who are fasting during the month of Ramadan Mubarak. Yeah, just hope y'all are all well. I'll see y'all in the next one. It's your man, SoulMan IT. I'm out, Ski. Peace.